Please put your hands together and help me welcome Alex Seery.
Before I start, I just want to say a massive thank you to Simon for inviting me on stage. It's an absolute honour, so thank you. Okay, so I'm Alex Seery, and I'm 25, and this is my Mastermind journey. I've been living in Nottingham all my life. I grew up in Nottingham in a town called Hucknall, which is north of Nottinghamshire, and I was raised in a broken family, and I've highlighted that in green because I've kind of used it as a positive. My dad left it when I was 10, and it shattered my world, absolutely heartbroken, and I haven't seen him for about 11 years, and through the time of growing up, my relationship with my mother had deteriorated and it got worse, and to this day I can't remember one moment to which she ever told me she was proud of me or kind of like prompted me to encourage me to succeed. And I kind of knew that wasn't right, and what I realised in joining Mastermind is that being in an environment with all you lot and knowing you for 5 minutes really, you've told me that you believe in me, you know how to succeed, you're proud of me, and to me that was the most amazing thing I've ever heard, and I fed off it so much so that I didn't want to let you down, and it gave me a boost of motivation every time someone told me they was proud of me. So I went through school pretty average. I'm not a geek or anything like that. I wasn't a maths whiz or anything so dramatic. I worked in various job roles in sales and care, some things I wasn't so passionate about, to be honest. When I was 21, I started reading books, and books was a massive kind of escape for me. It kind of taught me about freedom, really, about creating wealth, about businesses, and the first book I ever read was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it kind of catapulted me into the kind of taking action and mindset, so much so that I started training into fitness and bodybuilding, and that kind of discipline means taking focus and action. There was times where I don't want to go to the gym, and I really don't want to like prep my meals, but the more I did it, it became a habit, and I kind of had those skills transferred into my property journey. One of my sergeants mentioned that, which was amazing. I joined Nottinghamshire Police in 2012 as Special Constable, Hobby Bobby Fraser. And then I moved into custody in 2014. Still there currently. I don't hate my job, kind of thoroughly enjoy it. Whilst in custody, I read a book called Property Magic, and that was amazing. It was so easily digestible. I picked up on it straight away, and I soon booked on to the Property Quick Start seminar. Then it snowballed from there to the Mastermind Accelerator, and after that I joined the full program, which I'm finishing now. I joined Mastermind with no experience whatsoever. I didn't know any tradesmen. I knew how to change a light bulb, and I knew it was made of bricks and had windows. That was about it. And I joined with no money. So me and Claire, once I left home, me and Claire saved up for a lot of money, and we was going to get our own house and live together and so forth. But I kind of knew that I would be in the same rut. So crunch time on Mastermind Accelerator was to spend all the money we've saved for the last 2 years. We didn't go on holidays, we didn't go out for meals, kind of really a disciplined relationship, really. And yeah, we really scrimped and scraped to save, and it was crunch time, and we decided to spend the money on Mastermind, the full year course. And on that day, about 5 minutes after signing with Amanda, I threw up because I was so shocked. Even though the money didn't leave my bank account, I kind of burnt my bridges, I burnt my boats. I knew that this is the way it's going to be now. I had to succeed. So my reason why is to achieve financial independence. There's my gorgeous girlfriend Claire. We've been together for about nearly 6 years now. And for me, it's about enjoying time with her and people who I do love as well. She deserves so much more out of life, and my main goal is to get her out of her job, and so we can travel the world and drive nice cars and all the other things that we kind of set as goals for our life together. And standing on this stage, she should be beside me because I wouldn't have achieved this without her. She's been my absolute rock. And the Mardy times from me, she's kind of slapped me and said, stop it, and pick me up when it's needed. Okay, so my strategy is purchasing HMOs using JV finance, rent-to-rents and purchase lease options. And that was we were going to get these deals via sourcing deals through landlord letters, newspapers, word of mouth, Rightmove and estate agencies. And the reason why we did that is because we wanted to change kind of our cash flow strategies. Instead of relying on our income from our jobs, we want to replace it through property, which is more passive, and we can use the time together to do the things we want to enjoy. So yeah, that's my strategy. What we did do, a big thing, is that at the start of our Mastermind journey, we knew that it was going to be HMOs, and we had a business plan. We had our first meeting, and we jotted down all the things we was going to do, and it was basically this. And we kind of stuck to that throughout the whole year. Shiny pennies were there, but we kind of came back to this, and we said, no, this is the way it's going to be. This is my first rent-to-rent deal. We sourced this through landlord letters. It's very close to Nottingham city centre. It's a large 6-bed property. It was poorly managed. The certificates were all over the place. They didn't have any gas safety, any electrical safety certificates. The HMO licence was with a manager with another estate agency that left the agent for about 3 years. So really poorly managed. And one of the key things the owners wanted to go with me on this was because their joint tenancy fell through at the last minute. So they were going to have an empty property for about a year or so, and they wanted income now. So I said to them, look, I can do this. And I took on the property, and the figures from that are generating of over £900 per month, and the return on investment on that is 273%. And that was my first deal, which was amazing because it was this is what Simon says, works. And that funded our marketing going forth, so we didn't have to take it from mine and Claire's wages every month, which was really good. So this is my first JV property with the amazing Mr. Simon Platt. I found this property in Hucknall, where I live, literally 2 minutes away, and it was sourced on Rightmove. I rang immediately and says, I need to view this. Sent the numbers to Simon via email, and we kind of put a limit onto what we was going to offer. And I was negotiating at the time at work. I ran out and says to my inspector, says, I've got to just take a call. And they said, we need to speak to Simon, because Simon's the mortgage host. And I left it with there. An hour later, I get a few missed calls from Simon. I'm like, oh God, what's happening? And I finally pick up the phone to him, and the first words that he said to me, and it was absolutely amazing, it's like, hello buddy, I just want to congratulate you on your first HMO property. And I wept. I cried. It was the most amazing feeling. This relief came off my shoulders, and he's believed in me from day one, and I'm truly grateful for that. Yeah, it's just absolutely sensational feeling. Figures on this, we purchased for 107. The refurb cost of 40,000. Total cash in that is 66,750. Total net profit from that each is 8,721 per annum. And we're going to commercially remortgage this. The reason for this is we've drastically changed this, en suites throughout, a grade A fire alarm, the whole lot. And it's been an absolutely amazing JV relationship. So much so that he went on a second deal with me. This is on the same street as our first property. Again, same kind of numbers really. It's a 4-bed to a 5-bed HMO. This was sourced through Rightmove as a repossession. A bit of difficulty with this one. We kind of had the offer accepted at 89,950, and was going through with the normal, and the lender wanted full retention on it. They wouldn't lend on it before works would be done. And we said, okay, we'll exchange with delay completion, and the asset managing company were having none of it. They said, no way, but we will wait to go for another lender. So we waited, and we went with a different lender, and at the last minute, they said, oh, we've got another offer. So someone beat us our offer, which was very frustrating. Simon was livid, and So much so, he was negotiating on holiday. I was completely hopeless with this. Simon was on holiday, I think he was in Italy, and he was making business calls while he was supposed to be relaxing, and we've got the solicitor arguing with the estate agent, they're putting the phone down on each other. It's a complete mess. I was very stressed as well, but luckily Simon pulled through again, and we secured that property at £100,250. The refurb cost on this is a bit more, it's £50,000, which is a total of £82,000 being put in, and the profit split on that is £9,833 per annum. And again, we're going to commercially remortgage this, pulling out all the money, and so we can go again. So this is my mastermind results. What's quite strange about this is that a year ago I knew nothing about property, absolutely nothing, and now I'm taking a group of investors around my portfolio, teaching them all about HMOs and how I did it my way, and I've got some great feedback from that, which is truly amazing. The power of Mastermind has done this for me, really. So yeah, we're up to 62,461, and this is so much that we can actually leave our jobs now. Me and Claire have the choice to do what we want with our lives and kind of step down from our jobs and start enjoying life a bit more, because the few years before we've been scrimping and scraping. Now we can go on holidays and stuff and so forth. So pipeline deals. So mine and Simon's fourth JV we've got in the line. With this, the landlord contacts me through a landlord letter. However, she's just signed a 6-month tenancy with tenants, so we can't do anything just yet. But we are talking about getting a purchase lease option, so she's obliged to obviously sell it to us first. Another rent-to-rent deal recommended by a landlord. That is the deal you saw. He's looking to contact me on that. And I'm still negotiating on a 5-bed HMO in the centre of Nottingham City Centre. It's been going on for some while, so hopefully that pulls off. My top tips. Okay, pick your strategy straight from the start and stick to it. There's so many times where I could have gone for this development or that flip, and I kind of nailed down and said, no, this is going to replace our income through HMOs. Focus, kind of the strategy I picked, we really did focus on it, and there were so many distractions in the sense of going out with friends and going to family events as well, but when business has got to be done, that's one thing we kind of said to ourselves, me and Claire, like, this has got to be done, the family meal can wait, and so forth. Use your pain. So a big one for me, I think going for the Lamborghini or the nice house isn't as powerful as using your pain. So with my upbringing and my mum doubting me, not telling me that she's proud of me, and my dad leaving and so forth, I used that massively as my advantage. I wanted to prove them wrong, so much so that it kind of, every time a hard time came, I wanted to kind of, that was there with my mind saying, you can't do it, and I used that so much, and it really was powerful. Use your time wisely, cut out TV, cut back on sleep. It needs to be done, and that's something I did quite well. Again, not going out for meals and so forth. Use the forum. I was on that forum so much. You've got a whole network there that's kind of helping you and kind of wants to see you achieve. Don't get too complacent. This kind of comes back to my training in the gym. That extra rep or those extra few reps, that's what I kind of brought to the property game. And whether it's attending another meeting, another viewing, making that phone call, redesigning your marketing, I wanted to kind of make sure I got the most out of the day. So don't get too complacent, and eat your frogs every single day. There's some awful things that is like accounting I don't want to do, admin and stuff, and they were kind of things I had to do from the start of every day, so they're out the way, and then you can get to the stuff that you do enjoy. Okay, so I want to say a special thanks to my amazing, beautiful partner, Claire. She's been my absolute rock. She's kind of put me in place when I've needed to. My amazing JV, Simon Platt, has been absolutely amazing. He's given me 100% every single time, and that's why I always give him 200% back. And I'm really proud that you're in my life, and you mean so much, and I love you, mate. I really do. My mentor, Rick Gannon, I believe success leaves clues, and Rick Gannon was my clue. I saw him stand on this stage a few years back with his lovely wife, and I followed the same strategies he did, the marketing and so forth. My coach, Zutshi, who's been an absolute great help as well, kind of told me off at times, saying, no, this is the way you do it, kind of don't go for the shiny pennies. The wizard himself, Simon Zutshi, absolute wizard. You've created something absolutely amazing, and it really is magical. Wizard. My best friend Curtis Jackson, who's recommended all the trades to me, who's joining MM21, and I'm sure he will do absolutely amazing. My mother bear Fee, who's been an absolute massive support to me as well, and I appreciate everything that you've given to me. My amazing mother-in-law, I'm not married yet, but we'll call her mother-in-law. She's been absolutely amazing for all the help she's given me and Claire, and to transforming a dining room into an office. My amazing IFA, Mark Knight, he's not here today, he's off skiing, but I just want to say a massive thank you for all his support. My favourite Scotsman, Billy, you've been absolutely amazing as well, mate. I really do appreciate everything you've given. My amazing sergeants and close friends, the amazing David Eggbacon, who has been an absolute support, and the beautiful Lisa Murray, who has been an absolutely amazing support as well. Working in custody, and you talking about property and financial independence, doesn't go down so well with employees, and them two have been absolutely amazing, and I'm sure I'll JV with them in the future. The PIN team, Amanda, for pushing me kind of to sign up, and Sarah, you've been absolutely amazing as well. And my buddies throughout Mastermind, you have been really, really helpful. You have been terrific. Thank you for that. And everyone else, the list could go on. Matt Siddell, Abby, Sath, John and Nat. You've been absolutely amazing, and I can't kind of put all the names down there. So I'm just going to say thank you to everyone who's helped me. You've absolutely been fantastic. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you.